Woohoo, Aries! This is Mystic GLoLady. I surround us with divine white light. What comes through me is not of me, and we just have a good time. So, I'm going to give a little more shuffles and see what we have going for Aries this month, July 2015. And we have the Four of Pentacles. The earthly power beneath us, what we have to work with. Well, it looks like we have a few dollars to work with this month, Aries. Isn't that always a nice thing to happen? Now we have the One of Wands. The One of Wands in the first house position. The first house being self. Are you planning a new regimen to get yourself better in some form or fashion? Because the aces are new beginnings, the wands is work, and it looks like things are going good for you for the month of July in getting yourself together. Here in the second house position, you have the Star. The Star is the wish card. What is it that you are wishing for? And being in your second house of finance and belongings, it looks like you are getting your wishes this month, Aries, because you have some money beneath you and what to work with, and it seems to be pouring in this month in July. In the third house, you have the High Priestess. So it seems all about you this month, Aries, which that's not unusual because it is all about you. You are the first. You are the first to get out there. So being the High Priestess in the third house of communications and short distance travels, well, just plan to take that trip because money's there. Money's there to take that trip that you've been wanting to take for a while. Now, in the fourth house, you have the Hanged Man. Now, that hangman, I say, is our own self-crucifixion because we can cut ourselves down at any time. We just tend to see how it serves us, but it's really not serving us, okay? So, say what you mean what you say, don't say it mean. But victim, volunteer, if you're not held by force, quit your bitching, okay? So if you don't like it, you can't accept it, move on, but, what part do you have in it? That's in the home. If things aren't as happy as you think that they should be, well, who's making you happy? We can only make ourselves happy. So when we are looking at someone else to make us happy, it's not going to work. Now, in the fifth house of fun, yeah, we're having some fun. Is that what it is? We're having too much fun that it's affecting our home life. So that might be something that you consider also in that. There might not be anything romantically in your friends, but it's still affecting the home life. Now, those of you who are single, yeah, get out there and enjoy it because it's all looking good. I mean, right here we have the Nine of Cups, the material happiness in the sixth house of work and health, and you're looking good. You're looking good. You're feeling good. It's just the in the home position. Where is your part of it that's not working? Now, the Three of Wands in the 7th house, the relationship position, it seems to be working. You know, you got a lot of things that are going on, but you got the Hangman in there, and what is your part in it? That's what you're going to have to look at. Now, in the 8th house position, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the material gain. And, yeah, you're getting some money coming in from some other people this month, so keep an eye out. People are happy to hand you money this month, Aries. Now, in your 9th house position, you have the Four of Wands, and that is, Wands is work. Now, are you the teacher? What are you teaching? The long distance travels is in there also. So are you teaching long distance travels? Are you learning about long distance places? Are you considering working in faraway lands? Are you consider working in a place that is far from you? Because it looks pretty good. I mean, yeah, you know, if you're talking about faraway lands and right here, well, yeah, I guess that you would feel a whole lot bad, you know, if you're going away to work, but you're leaving your home behind. I can understand that. And here in your career, you have the Chariot, and that's taking control of things, you know, taking things into your own hands, you know, taking control of the situation in your career. And it might mean moving to a place that is far away from your home, from your family. But looking at the cards, it looks to be great. In your 11th house, you have the Judgment card. The Judgment is also a marriage, a bringing together. It can be legal issues that you are dealing with, and it's a favorable outcome. That is in your friends and associates. It looks to be very good. And here we have the Ten of Cups. The cups is our emotions, and it looks to be a good, emotional, balanced month of July in 2015, Aries. Things are going your way. The 10th or I'm sorry, the 12th house, the Ten of Cups in the 12th house. Those are our hidden enemies, they're institutions, jails, and it's like everybody's loving you in July, Aries. Yay! That's a great thing. Okay, sorry about the banging of the camera. Alright, here we go. In your first house, Aries, you have Uranus. Uranus is unexpected. I guess that you're going to be surprising a few people this month, Aries, because you're looking good, feeling good, and there's going to be some people who are surprised to see the new you. And that's a good thing, Aries. It's always good to come out a new and improved you. In our second house, we have Taurus, and Taurus is grounded, the earthy, and you have the Wish card, and you're making the money, and you're making it happen, and it feels good. In your third house, Gemini, you have Mercury. Mercury is 17 degrees on the 1st, and far different from the June, where it seemed to have a lot of snags and snafus and the usual type of electrical, mechanical communication breakdowns of a Mercury. So July, it's going to feel great to have Mercury going from June. in Gemini, or well, June in Gemini, but on the 1st at 17 degrees, then by the 9th, it's going to come down here into Cancer, and then right here on the 24th, it will be at 0 degrees of Leo, and then it's going to end in Leo at 15 degrees. So it's going to zoom. It's going to zoom from your 3rd house, 4th house to your 5th house in the month of July. Now, as well as Mercury moving, we also have down here in your 4th house, we have Mars. Mars is the work, and you have the sun shining. So it's shining on you. What is it that you need to work in your home life in order to get it straightened out, and what part do you have that's playing in it? That's a biggie, because everything looks good. You know, get out of your way. You know, stop that pity party. You know, when you have a pity party, the best way to get out of it is to go out and to serve others. Okay, service is good for the soul, and people who do service work live 22% longer than those who do not. So that's another benefit, that service is good for the soul. Okay, so the 5th house, we have Leo, and as well as the sun moving up, we have Mercury moving up. We have Jupiter in here. Jupiter is at 21 degrees, and it's going to be moving to 27 degrees in the month of July. So it's multiplying your friends. You are very, very popular in the month of July. As well as you have Venus there in your 5th house. And Venus, that's fun-loving, that's love, that's beauty, your values. And you value your friends. Venus is going to be going into Virgo at 0 degrees on the 19th. And it's going to stay there, where it will go retrograde on the 25th. So you might be going through your friends at that time, and which friends are good for you, which friends are going to be moving on, okay? And you might be sad to see them go, but you will be much happier in the end if they don't give if they do not give back, if they do not replenish your energy in some form or fashion, then they are psychic vampires, and they will continue to suck your energy until you say enough. So, if they're going, let them go. See you later, bye. In your 7th house, you have Libra. Now we have the North Node in Libra, and that's where you're going. It's in 5 degrees on the 1st, and it goes out up to 12 degrees, and it goes back and forth, retrograde and direct, a couple of times during the month. And you know, your partnerships, what is it? What is it that you want in your partnerships? Where are you headed to? Is it your ideal, the North Node? Where do you know, where are you going in your partnerships? And it looks like you're on pretty much solid ground in your relationships, even though you might be going back and forth. That Hangman in the 4th position of your home, it might have some effect on that. Then here we have in your 8th house, we have Saturn. In the 8th house, it's Scorpio. Scorpio in the 8th house. Saturn is there, and it's retrograde. So it's your lessons. That goes from 28 and ends at 29 degrees in July. And Saturn, that teacher in Scorpio, with other people's money. What, are you earning money on the backside? And it looks like money's coming in on the backside, and mum's the word. You know, being in Scorpio, that's kind of like hidden, so you're not getting it all out there and telling everybody, okay, I'm making money and this is how I'm doing it. Scorpio is more keep it hidden. You know, yeah, everybody wants to know your secret, but will it profit you or won't it? So, in your ninth house, we have Sagittarius. And the ninth house is already long distance travels and higher learning. And Sagittarius loves higher learning and also to have fun. So have fun learning different things in the month of July, Aries. In your 10th house, we have Capricorn. And we have Pluto. Pluto is that death, regeneration, rebirth, and it's retrograde. It starts out on the 14th and it ends, or I'm sorry, it starts out on the 1st at 14 degrees and ends up at 13 degrees at the end of the month. So in your career, take things into your own hands. If you want to start a new business, Pluto is a great time for that death, regeneration, and rebirth. But you've got to take things into your own hands if that's exactly what you want. It's there, but it's waiting for you to come and do it. It's waiting for you, okay? So pick yourself up and go get it. You know, the death, regeneration, you know, rebirth. You know, if you're crying about the oh, boo-hoo, you know, they shut the door. Oh, no, I can get myself up and go and look, there's a back door, and it leads to a beautiful garden. So pick yourself up. Go check out that garden. In the 11th house, we have Aquarius, and Aquarius, it's in your friends and associates, and it's like, woohoo! Yeah, let's go have some fun. Now, in your 12th house, you have Pisces, and Neptune and Chiron are in Pisces, and they are both retrograde. So Chiron is your wounded healer, and your 12th house is your hidden enemies. So are you still working on healing yourself from that person who, you know, stabbed you in the back? And have you finally forgiven them? You know, the Neptune retrograde illusions, delusions, as I was saying about friends. Either they are giving or they are taking. So do you have friends who give, or do you have friends who do nothing but take? Now, it goes both ways. I mean, it's a constant give and take. So if you have a friendship and they're just taken, that's not what I would especially call a good friendship. On the 2nd of July, we have the first of two full moons. The first full moon in Capricorn will be in your 10th house, and your 10th house is in your career. So remember, we have Pluto in there. So what kind of new career are we working on? What kind of new changes are we working on in career? Because the full moon, it's a great time to get rid of what's not working. The 15th, we have a new moon, and that is in Cancer, and Cancer is in your 4th house. So if you were thinking about moving, middle of the month, new moon, new beginnings, new home, that sounds like a good time to me. And we have a blue moon in July, and that is 2 full moons in 1 month, and that is on the 31st in Aquarius, and Aquarius is in your 11th house. of your friends and associates, and those friends that, you know, are not good, they're going to be gone. So, Aries, it looks like you have a very good month of July ahead of you. Just don't stand in your own way. Cool? Okay, Aries, love you, and I will see you in August.